Hello, it's Kayla. This is my 5-sauce stalking / meeting experience video. I'm gonna start this off by saying I'm not trying to sound ungrateful. I'm very grateful to have the opportunity to have met them. I get a lot of hate on Twitter because of it, and it's annoying, but I'm not ungrateful. I'm just, happy. So I'm just gonna skip the first day, which was Saturday, which they pretty much just came in. They drove into the city Saturday, and I only saw them once. I didn't actually see them. I saw them through a car. But Saturday wasn't really eventful. So I'm just gonna skip to Sunday and Monday. So Sunday, me, my friend Jay, and Natasha went into Boston. We went to their hotel. I don't know how we got in, but security was really tight. Not tight yo, but tight. They wouldn't let anybody through. But somehow me and my friends Michaela, Natasha, Jay, and a couple of Michaela's friends ended up kind of just chilling out in the hotel for a couple of hours. And at one point, Dave came down to talk to one of the hotel security. And we're like, oh shit, what if they're coming down? And then that wasn't the case. The security kicked everyone who didn't have a room key out. So we're like, okay, we'll just peace out, man, deuces. Me and Natasha just decided to go to the TD Garden to chill out because that's where they were performing. And we ate and chilled out and charged our phones. And then I got a text from my friend saying that 5-sauce were eating in the hotel. And we're like, oh, so they should be leaving soon. So we were standing out in one of the entrances, and we were talking to some guy from Rixton. I think his name was Lucas or something, but yeah, he was pretty cool. We were just talking to him. So since we saw Rixton come in, we were like, oh, this is probably the entrance. But it ended up not being the entrance. It ended up being the wrong one. They ended up going through the back way, up the ramp. So we're like, okay, we know this is where they're going to leave. And they had meet and greet at 8:40, and it was already 8:30. So we're like, okay, we're just gonna go inside and chill since we didn't have tickets. And we were walking inside, and I noticed one of these doors was open, and I told my friend Natasha, I was like, Natasha, come here. She's like, what? And I was like, look, this door's open. So we just went in, and there were a bunch of flight stairs. So we just ran up these random stairs, and I started to hear music, and I was like, oh shit, no, this isn't happening. This isn't what I think it is. And we ran up 2 more flights of stairs, and I opened a door, and I was like, oh shit, fuck. And Natasha goes, oh shit. And then we grabbed onto each other and just hugged, just embracing everything. And we were in the arena, we pretty much snuck into Jingle Ball. And we ran past a security guard, and we got really close actually, and we stole some random person's seats, but it didn't really matter because they didn't ever show up. And so we were like, oh yeah, we're gonna this was awesome. And so it was a really good concert actually. 5-sauce came on, and we rocked the fuck out. It was so good. And when they were playing Souls, we were like, okay, we're gonna leave since it takes at least 5 minutes to get to the ramp, and so if we run, it will take us at least 2. So we ran to the ramp where they were gonna be leaving, and we'll just sit out here till they leave. And so we saw 2 cars on the ramp up, and we're like, oh, it's probably Iggy because Iggy had just gotten off stage. So the car was driving down, and me and Natasha were just playing around. We were like, Gigi, why? Who that? And then we were just singing that, casually, because we pretty much thought it was Iggy. But all of a sudden, the car window rolls down, and Michael is just staring at us, and he's like, and we were like, oh shit, that caught us so off guard. And so we saw Michael and Callum and Luke and Ashton were in the back. Natasha ran after them, and I was like, I don't want to chase them, but I gotta follow Natasha. So I followed Natasha, and they stopped at a red light, and me and Natasha had this book to give them. It was like a sex book. God, that's so inappropriate. It was like a sex book. It was called Kama Sutra. It's like 7 mind-blowing sex positions or something. We thought it would be funny to give to them. And so Natasha remembers it and pulls it out of her bag. I was at Callum's window. Like, I wasn't, like, there just, like, staring at him. Just, like, kind of just, like, sitting there trying to get my phone to her because my phone was at, like, 2%. Natasha, she was on the other side and she was on Michael's side. And Natasha, like, taps the window. I was like, roll down the window because Michael rolled it up. And he rolled down the window. And I don't remember if she threw the book at him or if she just passed it to him. But all I remember was her, like, screaming my name. And I'm like, what? So I ran in front of the car to the other side. I was like, what? And Michael's window was still rolled down. He was, like, looking at us. And she was like, I gave him the book. And I was like, no, you didn't. You didn't do it. No, you're lying. You're lying to me. And then she's like, no, I gave it to him. And so, like, we hugged each other. We were, like yelling on the side of the fucking road. And we were just, like, yay, oh, my God, I'm so happy. Like, we did it. Like, it was the first time we saw them the whole week. And we were so happy. And, because that was my goal, to just give them the book. Like, it's been my goal since, like, October. And, yeah, so we decided to go home. My friend Kadis and Nadine texted me on my way home and was like, oh, hey, tomorrow we're going to the airport because we're flying to Washington, D.C., and that's where they live. And they were like, we have, like, if you're going to the airport, this is the time that they're flying out. And we're like, okay, we might go. I don't know. I have school tomorrow, so, like, I don't know if I'll go. So the next morning I woke up at, like, 9 o'clock, I was really late to school, and I was like, I'm just not going to go. It's not worth it. So me and Natasha decided to go to the airport. We took a bus since we're poor AF. We didn't have any money. We didn't have a car or anything, so we took the bus. But it was worth it. We took the bus to the airport, and we got there around, like, 12:40 because the bus took, like, an hour to drive. So we got there, and we sat down. And I think it was our security guard, John, that came up to us and was like, are you guys here for who I think you're here for? And we're like, yeah, I think. And then he was like, well, if you are, like, they're, like, going to meet people outside. They're not going to stop inside for pictures, so go outside if you want to meet them. Like, okay. So we went to the bathroom first, and then we went outside. We went to, like, the front of the line. Well, I don't know, the end of the line, because I started, like, I don't know. I want to say 30 to 40 minutes had passed. And so John came up to us and was like, oh, guys, they're going to be here any minute now, so just, like, stay calm. And I was like, is this happening? Like, is this real? Like, I don't know. And so a car pulled up, and we were like, oh, shit, is that them? And it wasn't them, but another car pulled up, and I saw Callum, and I was like, oh, God, no. And then I saw Michael, and I saw Luke in the back. My heart literally dropped out of my fucking ass. I was so confused on what was going on. But, so we got out of the car. Michael and Luke went to the back. Ashton went to the middle, and so did Callum. So Callum went to, like, 10 fans, and then he came up to us, and I took a selfie. Tasha just started talking to him, and she was like, oh, how was, like, Boston? And he was like, it was all a blur, and then we're like, oh, yeah. Cool. And then we were like, where are you going next? And he was like, I don't know. And we're like, oh, cool. And we just kind of just had like a little conversation with him. And then he like asked Natasha if she wanted a picture. And he asked me too, but I was like, I don't know, I already got one. And so Michael was next. And Michael came up to me and he was the cutest thing ever. I was so happy. I love him. He came up to me and I got like half of my face in the picture, and he was like, your face is in it, get your face in it. And I was like, are you kidding me? So I was just like, okay. And so I got my face in it, and then he was like, haha, good job, and patted my back, and I was like, and then Ashton came. Ashton didn't really talk. Well, I didn't talk to him. I don't know. He wasn't like in a bad mood, but he wasn't in a good mood. I don't know. It just didn't seem like that. I got a selfie with him. I told him I loved him. He said, I love you too. And then the moment of truth came! Oh, I cannot believe. So So Luke was just talking to people, and then he's like walking down the line, and I'm like freaking out. Dude, I just didn't know what to do. Like, I couldn't comprehend anything that was just going on. Because I, like, finally got, like, a Callum selfie after, like, trying for 6 months. And then all of a sudden, Luke just walks up to me, and I was like, I don't know what to do. So, like, I hugged him. And then I had this letter for him. It was a really funny letter. It wasn't like a serious letter, but it was like, and I was like, oh, I have this letter for you. And then I was looking around in my pockets, and like I couldn't find it. And then he was like, I was like, I have it somewhere, just let me find it. And then I found it. I was like, okay, I have this letter, just please read it. And then he was like, oh, thanks, that's so sweet. And I was like, and then I took a selfie with him, and I was just, I'm so surprised I wasn't crying. So they were leaving, and I was like, oh, no, I didn't get a body picture. So I ran up to Luke, and I smacked him. I didn't smack him that hard, but I was like, yo, and he was like, what? And I was like, oh, can I get a body picture? I'm sorry. And he was like, yeah, sure, everything cool. And then I took a picture with him. And so me and Natasha were just like, okay, we're going to leave now. And so we walked in. Luke and Callum walked in after us. We went to the right. They went to the left. And then I, like, jumped onto Natasha. I was like, oh my fucking god, I cannot believe that just fucking happened. And, like, I look behind us, and Luke and Callum and Michael and Ashton were just staring at me, and I was like, no! I was just so, I could not believe, like, I don't know. I'm just really happy that it happened, and I got to meet them, and I finally met Luke, and I hope I get the opportunity to meet them again soon, because they're such nice people. I love them so much. I'm just ecstatic. I just can't even comprehend. Like, it's been a freaking month, and I can't believe that it happened. Well, that was my video. I hope you enjoyed. I'm not going to be making another video like this again, so I'm not going to say comment, subscribe, and like and all that shit, because I'm not going to be doing this again. So yeah, don't like, comment, or subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, though. Peace out.